still you are looking at that topic, why are you in that relationship? It's important we know the why because the why goes a long way to help us have the right perspective, to help us know the measure of commitment. The why helps us to know, what to expect, what to give, and what to take out of any relationship. The why determines our staying power. The why determines what we are willing to sacrifice. The why determines what we are willing to take or give in any relationship. The why helps us to have a kind of right perspective in any relationship we are in. So why are you in that relationship? Why are you in that relationship? It's important. And today I'm not looking at workplace relationship or any other relationship. I'm kind of narrowing it down to the friendship, courtship, and marriage relationship for this evening. And I'm looking at this. Actually, what gave birth to this topic was that I was on net just scrolling through and picking out, reading one or two things, and I saw a storyline where a girl fell in love with a guy her lover sent to test her, is it integrity in the relationship or her commitment to him. She ended up falling in love with a guy that her lover sent to test her because the guy was giving her things and all of that. So she actually lost focus because I don't believe if she knew why she was in the relationship with her lover, somebody coming along with whatever the person had shouldn't distract her from what she ought to be focused on. And then there was this other statement I read. Somebody made that statement that Nigerian ladies are in relationship for money. All they go into relationship was for money. And the person made a statement that people from this other part of African nation, I don't want to mention, get into a relationship because of the person they're related with and not necessarily because of what they can get. Reading all of this, I began to really ask myself, why are relationships failing? And I think sometimes this could be the reason why people are in relationship and they don't know why they are in that relationship. They can't tell you this is why I'm in this person, relating with this person. So it's important we talk. So I decided to talk about this. And even though we are doing a Zoom meeting, but I really want us to talk. So I'm going to be looking at my phone and I'm going to ask the singles, those in courtship, those in marriage. You are going to give me a feedback on why are you in that relationship. And I'm sure that we are all in one level of relationship or the other. Some of us are in friendship, some of us are maybe situationship, some of us are like those people who met themselves. I'll call that a situation. The girl was in a situationship, the guy was in a relationship. And then, so why are you in that relationship? You are in courtship. Okay, why are you courting the person you're courting? You are married. Thank God you're married for the marriage. Now, why are you in that marriage? Why are you in that marriage? Like I said before, it's like you call it $1 million, $1 million naira, a million euro, or $1 million pounds. Question, but it's a question that if you really take time to answer, it's going to go a long way. It's really going to go a long way to help you have focus and help you, stay on and make the most of that relationship. So the question is, why are you in that relationship? I need feedbacks. I'm with my phone, and if I need to wear my glasses, I'll put on the glasses and read up what you're sending in. So for all of you online in the Zoom meeting right now, I would like you to say, why are you in that relationship? And if you're going to watch this later online, please type in, let's know, why are you in that? You can't tell me you're not in any form of relationship. There should be either, with a friend, there's a relationship, friendship, you are in courtship, or you are in a normal relationship. Why are you in that particular relationship you are in? Why are you in it? And then I'm kind of going to narrow it down to more intimate relationships. So it's important. So I'm going to still raise some questions. Why are you in that relationship now? Are you in that relationship because you are in love or in lust? There was this young lady that walked into my office and she was in a relationship. That relationship, from the story she told, was very abusive. It was so bad that sometimes the guy would hit her, lift her up, and be hitting her head against the wall. But she told me, I was like, what? You are not married? So why are you there? She said, oh, I really love him. I said, no. Let me know, why are you in this relationship? And in the long run, when we kept talking, it happened to be that the guy was, they were already sleeping premarital. They were to be married from responding and reacting to things that he should be reacting to. The guy happened to be maybe really good in bed, and so she got carried away. I would say I wouldn't call that a love relationship. She was more in a lust relationship. The guy's ability to satisfy a sexual urge kept her in a relationship that a part of her, a bigger part of her, was telling her to walk out of. So why are you in that relationship? Is it because you are in love or in lust? Why are you in that relationship? Is it because of the nature of the person or what the person has? Are you looking at the person's nature, the person's personality, the person's character, or are you looking at what the person has? Someone sent me a question some time ago and said, a part of her looking at the nature of the person, the guy could, or the lady could go on and on. The lady could go on and on. They have issues, keep malice for weeks. And so she couldn't, it was an issue for her. But she was still on, and then she was, and I said, what's your heart telling you? Are you in that relationship because of the person's person or what you're getting from the person? It's test one. If you can gather why you're in that relationship, give you a foundation that will help you build structure, very solid foundation that will help you build up that relationship in a way that will be beneficial to the both of you. So why are you in that relationship? Because of the physical features, or because you of the the character of the person? Why are you in it? Everybody hails you when they see you. That guy, you get you can see, man. You know how to choose. This your guy, 6-pack, or this your lady. Wow. So why are you in that relationship? Is it for the physical features or for the character of that person? Why are you in that relationship? It's important. Are you in that relationship because you are desperate and you just must marry? This year is running out and you can't imagine this year ending without you being in the relationship. You think of your age, you say, Kai, this one, if I let this one go, there's no other person that will come, or no other person is coming. Are you in it because you are desperate, or because you're convinced? There's a conviction in you that tells you, Kai, this person is the person might not be perfect, but I just know this is the person. So why are you in that relationship? It's important. Well, I wish I could get feedback, and I believe if I have gotten some feedback, you hear things like, oh, I'm in this relationship because I want somebody or is caring. I want somebody that is caring, is loving, is taking care of me. I'm in this relationship because it makes me feel special. I'm in this relationship because she's everything I think I want in a woman. She just reminds me of my mother. Some people would say that to you. Or I'm in this relationship because she makes me feel good. But this is where I'm going, and I'm sure that maybe most of you would have been thinking I'm going to come from the perspective of helping to identify what level you are in. No, I'm not going to look at it from the perspective of identifying the level of relationship, but rather I want to look at it from the perspective of knowing why you are in it. That is to know what is in it for you and for your the relationship. You are to know why the perspective I'm coming from is to help you get the essence of relationship. Because if you can get it right, I can tell you that no matter the storms that come, no matter the winds that blows, two of you will weather whatever storm. If the two of you can actually get the right essence for being in that relationship. Like I said, many of us would have said, and if you listen to the lot of reasons why people are in that relationship, they don't come from the perspective of me. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. She makes me feel important. He's caring. He's loving. All of it, and it's like the me thing there. And people are in it most of the time for the me. What I stand to get, it makes me good. It makes me feel wonderful. It's caring. It's loving, and all of the me. If you check everybody, is the me. Now, is there anything wrong in being in a relationship for what you start to get? No, no, it's not. But you see, being in a relationship, mainly for what you can get and not for what you can like give. I believe in my heart is one of the greatest killers of relationship in this generation we are in. Many people are in relationship for what they can get. So relationships have been limited. I want us to understand that relationship happens in the realm of the soul, and the soul has the mind and the emotions. It has the spiritual well-being, the emotional, the mental well-being. But unfortunately, people just focus on the physical aspect, the material aspect, and most people are in the relationship for just that limited aspect of material aspect. But I want us to understand that relationship is bigger than that. It's what is bigger than that. If you want a long-lasting relationship, a long-lasting and enduring relationship, then we must be ready to realign our reason for getting into relationship, for being in a relationship, to what God had in mind when He created what relationship. Relationship is bigger than material things. It's bigger than the physical aspect of us. In fact, if we understand the essence of relationship and get in because of the essence of it, every other aspect of our life gets, settled and gets remains healthy. That's why the Apostle John was talking in the book of 3 John verse 2. He said, I wish above all things that thou mightest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. If people can get you, they are not just taking and limiting it to just the physical realm. If they can just go a little further and hit the soul realm, where the mind is, where the emotion is, the aspect of us that connects with the spirit mind, that's our spiritual being, it will find ourselves having long-lasting relationship. So the question is, why did God make relationship? What did God have in mind or have in mind when He made relationship? But before I say that to us, I want to just enumerate 1 or 2, 3, 4 things why you need to know why. You must know the reason why you are in that relationship. It's important. It's very, very important for you to know why you are in that relationship. Why? Number one, it will help you to ensure there's no abuse in that relationship. A great man once said that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is what? Inevitable. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you are able to know the why you are in that relationship, it will help you not to abuse that relationship, not to abuse the privileges. You see this, and I feel actually that's part of the reason why people leave the person and begin to focus on the thing, because they don't understand the essence. So you need to know. When you get to know why, you keep abuse of your relationship. Number two, when you get to know why, then you are able to, to manage what's expected of you. It will help you manage what to expect and manage what is expected of you. And one thing that kills relationship is, unfulfilled expectations. So getting to know why you're in a relationship has a way of helping you to know what to expect and what is expected of you, because you know why you are in it. I'm in it because of things 1, 2, 3, 4, and because you know why you are in it, it helps you to know what to expect. Take for example, a girl who's in a relationship because of what she can get will care less about the guy's emotions or the guy's feelings. That's why she can place the mind on him without even thinking. She can make utterances to him that will make him feel less. Why? Because she's in that relationship because of what she can get. So getting to know why you're in a relationship helps you to know what to expect and what is expected of you. Number three, it will help you to draw appropriate boundaries. If you know why you're in a relationship, you'll be able to draw appropriate boundaries. It will help you draw what appropriate boundaries. You will know your limits. You know how far you can do and what you shouldn't do. How far you let the person into your space. It helps you to know why. Take for example the incident Tito talked about. The guy was in a relationship. The girl was not even in a relationship at all. That means if you really look into it, that guy must have allowed that girl into more space than he would have allowed her if he knew that she was not in that relationship for a relationship. So it helps you when you know the reason why you're in a relationship. It helps you to do what? Draw appropriate boundaries. So it's important we get to know that. I will stop that at this point. Now, why should you get into a relationship? I know, like I said before, we have mentioned a lot of things, but now, why should you get into what? A relationship? Why should you be in a relationship? Now, to help us answer these questions, let's quickly look at why did God make relationships. I love getting my answers from the Bible because, honestly speaking, as far as I'm concerned, relationship is a God thing. It's not a man thing. It's not human beings that make relationship. It's God that made relationship. If we must get it right, we must always get back to His book, get back to the Bible, get back to His manual to be able to get the substance and build our relationship based on the substance, on the reason why God made relationship. So why did God make relationship? Number one reason, uppermost in God's mind when He made relationship was improvements for the other. Improvements for the other. In Genesis chapter 2, the Bible makes us to understand that the Bible says that it is not good that a man should be alone. It is not good. God did everything. After God created the whole universe, the whole world, the Bible makes us to understand that He came and looked at it. Oh, it is very good. Chapter 1, it is very good. Then getting to chapter 2, by verse 15, 18, verse 18, yes, verse 18, God now looked and said, whoa, it's not good. This man is in the garden, there's gold there, there's everything he needs. But Kai, this guy is lonely. There's something not good. So because of the something not good, to make the not good good, what did God do? He created relationship. So if you really want to understand the essence of relationship, you get to know that it is meant for improvement. It's an improvement policy. In relationship is God's improvement what? Policy. So the essence of relationship is to get in and get someone improved. That was what was uppermost in God's mind, improving somebody. Let's never forget that. So you want to make the most, that should be part of the why you are in that relationship, to bring improvements on the table, not just to grab everything and take everything away. No, you must bring improvements on the table because that's part of the reason why God made relationship. Number 2, support. God made relationship to be a support system. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 and 10. He said 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. He said when 2 are together, when one falls, the other is another one to raise him up. Support system. That is the essence. So you should be in that relationship because it's meant for support. There's a support system. Emotional support, mental support, physical support. You should get support. There should be support. It should be a supportive system. So you are in that relationship because the reason God made it is why to have support. Relationship is meant for what? Support. Number 3 is meant for inspiration. He said, iron sharpens iron, like the countenance of a friend sharpens the other. That is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. So it's inspirational. In a healthy, good relationship, there should what? Inspiration. You are in that relationship bringing what? Inspiration on God. Getting inspired from the relevant person there. So I will stop with this. I will mention why God made relationship. Why should you be in that relationship? You should be in that relationship to improve and be improved. That is to say, if there's no improvement, you are not adding value to the person you are relating with. There's something wrong. That relationship will not last long, or somebody definitely will be wounded in that relationship. Because that should be why you are in that relationship. You should be in that relationship because you're supporting and you are enjoying support. Yeah. It's meant to be supportive. So if you are in that relationship and all you think about is how to collect and you are not being supportive, that relationship will not last. Somebody will get what you wanted. Why are you in that relationship? You are in that relationship because you are inspired and you are inspiring the other person. Implication of all of this, if you really look at it very well, is that don't be a liability. You must have something to offer. Be a value adder. You should be in that relationship because you are adding value. And value is being added to you. We must be sensitive and very careful. You're in a relationship that just wasting away. The moment you enter into a relationship, you had dreams, you had vision, then suddenly you're in that relationship. You are losing your capacity to pursue your vision, to pursue your goal. You better take a second look at that relationship. It's reducing you. Any relationship that is reducing you is not worth keeping. Because you are outside the essence of that relationship. So you are in that relationship. Don't be what? A liability. Be a value adder. You must have something you are offering, and something must be worth offered to you. Number two, don't stay in a relationship that is not adding to your emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical well-being. Because it's meant to be supportive. When in a relationship, every time you need support, the person has one reason why you can't get support for whatever reason, and you are managing it. You better don't manage, because my relationship is not for management. You don't manage relationship. You ask yourself, can I live with this? If I can't live with this, you better walk away. That thing you're thinking you can live with, you might not be able to live with it. Because part of the essence of relationship is to be supportive. And you are not getting support. It's a support system. You are in that relationship to give support and to get support. So if you are not giving support or getting support, there's something wrong somewhere. Then why? What's the implication of all of what I mentioned is a reason for relationship? You won't settle for physical features. You will look beyond physical features. You will look beyond what? Physical features. You will go for character. You will go for the real person. The real person. The character. The nature. You will look beyond physical feature. You look beyond packaging. You look beyond physical packaging. I'm not against looking good. I believe in looking good. But you want a relationship that will be solid, that will stand the test of time, that you will be happy in, that you have fulfillment in. You must look beyond physical feature and go into depths, dig inside, get to know the person, the real person. Don't ignore that real person. That's what gives substance to relationship. Because relationship, it's supportive, it's inspirational, and it's the person and the person that will determine if that will happen to you or not. The nature of that person, the character of that person. You ignore character, I tell you very much, you'll be charged in that relationship. So go for the real person. In summary, the full essence, as far as I'm concerned, of relationship is for bilateral improvement. It's not one-sided. A one-sided relationship never stands the test of time. So be in that relationship because you are giving and you are receiving. If you are the only one giving and you are not receiving, take a second look. If you are receiving and you are not giving, take another look. If not, you will hurt each other. Both parties must work to ensure they better each other. That's the essence. That's why you should be in a relationship. To be improved and to improve whoever what you're relating with. Now, how do you know? Because I know for those of us that are already in a relationship, how do you know that relationship you are in, it's a love relationship, it's worthy of staying on? You are in a right relationship. How do you know that that relationship is it? Number one, there will be companionship. So if you have same value, you'll be able to talk and interact. Now when you are saying A, the person is hearing B. You are there for each other. You enjoy each other's company. You make each other laugh. You make each other happy. You are able to reason together. Right companionship. How do you know you are in the right relationship? You are able to share your love, share your passion. There's no fear. The Bible says there's no fear in perfect love. You are not scared of being you. You are you, and you know you will not be judged. So there's sharing of love, there's sharing of vision, there's sharing of passion. Two of you can share. You have something to share with each other. Nobody's a parasite there. Two of you are sharing, they're sharing between the two of you. That relationship is it. How do you know that that relationship you are in is healthy? Number 3, there will be commitment that is rooted in conviction. What do I mean by that? It's a situation where the truth is you can't get a 100% perfect person. Whether we like it or not, the people related will have one or two things that we definitely might not like. We might not like one or two things. Some people are blessed, maybe they have people they like everything about the person. But when there's there's conviction, there's a commitment that comes that makes you look beyond, you look beyond the weakness. You never stop loving the person because of the weakness. Rather, you have the love that will stay on that weakness until that weakness becomes strength. You don't hammer on, you don't complain about the weakness, because sometimes that's what brings in abuse. And if there is, honestly speaking, you are in the right relationship, you are in that relationship, you are in that relationship, there will be a conviction and a commitment to your person, a commitment to your dream, a commitment to driving you to be the best you can be, a commitment that doesn't judge you because you're making mistakes, and that there will be a commitment also that will make you work on you, or the aspects of you that the person you're relating with is, commenting on, or the person is not comfortable about. I need to say a little about this. Love takes you the way you are, but it never leaves you the way you are. And now there's a conviction you have about being in the right relationship that makes you make the necessary adjustments that will make that relationship thick. So that's one way to know there's a conviction. If you are seeing things that are not working, but two of you are able to talk about it, two of you are committed to working on it and bringing out the best out of it. Now, how do you know you are in the right relationship, or that relationship you are in is the in thing is right, it's healthy. There will be security. There will be no fear. Two of you will be working in ways and doing things that will make each other feel secure. You have other friends, but the other friends you have will not interfere with your intimate relationship, with your ability and capacity to interact with each other. The other friends you have will be adding to you and not removing from you. Why? Because there's security. It's like, I get amused and I feel that it's insecurity sometimes that makes people want to test if the person they are related with is genuine or not. Either one or two signs of insecurity, the person has given one or two things that makes the other one doubt the integrity. So what happens? The person now wants to test and know, is this person really real? If there's no doubt, there will be no reason for a test. And there's doubt, why? Because of one or two things that's making the person feel unsure, feel insecure about you or about the relationship generally. So if you want to know you're in the right relationship, there's that sense of security, that assurance, that thing that that I feel safe. My well-being is not threatened. I don't feel threatened by no matter who the person I'm relating with is hanging around. I don't feel threatened. You feel secure. That's how to know that you're in the right place. And I want to stop with this last point. Then there will be that willingness to impart. There can't be improvement without impartation. Now, the truth is, we are who we are today by reason of the various relationships we have encountered. That is to say, part of what happens in a healthy relationship is what I call impartation. The two people will be ready to infuse their good qualities into each other. They will be willing and ready to infuse and take in. So it's the process of impartation will be happening. They'll be there teaching each other, and they'll be both willing to learn from each other. Yes, they'll be willing to teach and learn from each other. That's one way to know that relationship you're in is a right one and a good one. That's impartation. It will just be flowing. There will be no thing like, why you should take me the way I am. No, there will be that. What more can I learn? That you see, Good relationships are like learning experiences. There is a learning experience. You learn one or two things. You can't be in a good relationship and not come out better. Why? Because there will be impartation. You have one or two things to learn that will make you work better. Friends, I want us to understand that relationships are meant to bring improvements, all around improvements, spiritual improvement, mental, psychological, emotional, spiritual. We have to improve. So is that relationship you are in improving you or taking away from you? Is it? I want us to understand that relationship is not just material connection, it's a soul connection. It's what? It's a soul to soul connection. And in the soul is the mind. So that mind to mind, you're connected. Emotionally, you're connected. Psychologically, you're connected. Spiritually, you're connected. There's that connection that makes you, makes you know you are in a good place. That makes you know that you are in the right place. That removes doubt. That removes fear. It's a soul-to-soul connection. And I want to end by sharing the story of David and Jonathan with us. In 1 Samuel chapter 18, we find that the story of David and Jonathan. I want to read it. Why? Because there's no point going over and over. Every time you get into a relationship, you come out, you get. Stop and ask, why do I want to enter, or why am I in this relationship? For the singles, please, I would like you to really answer this question because it's important that you know why, so that you don't go and patch in. You don't patch into relationship. You pack in. So to pack in and pack right, you must know the why. For the married ones, if you get to know the why and realign the why to the purpose why God made it, I tell you, your marriage will be sweeter. The environment will be healthier for the two of you to grow and improve. So quickly, let's see the story of David and Jonathan, and I'll be rounding up with that. 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1 to 4. And I'll be reading that. And it says, and it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David. And Jonathan loved him as his own soul. You can see two things here. There was soul, the soul of Jonathan connected with the soul of David, and then Jonathan loved him. So you are loving somebody that your soul is not connecting with. It's dangerous to love somebody that there's no soul connection. And I've said to us that in the soul we have the mind and we have our emotions. Somebody that you can't reason with, somebody that you cannot connect with mentally, somebody that when you are saying A, the person is saying hearing B, and you are saying I love. Love has a basis where you must connect with. You see, and he's so connected because after the connection of the soul, and Jonathan did what loved him. That relationship you are in is there a soul-to-soul connection with the person. Number 2, and Saul took him. Let's move on to verse 3. Then Jonathan and David made what? A covenant. Because why? He loved him as his own soul. Please, let's get things right. Let's stop doing peripheral relationship. That's why it's not lasting. That's why marriages are failing. That's why a lot of things are going wrong. God didn't make relationship to cause us pain, it's to give us pleasure. That's why I put the man and the woman in the garden. The garden is a pleasurable place. But when you don't connect soul-wise, you fall in love when there's no soul connection, you are in trouble, fam. You are putting yourself in trouble. The soul connection has to be there, and then the love, will flow naturally. The love will not just flow naturally. Don't force love. When there's a soul connection, love is not forced, it flows. And Jonathan, this is verse 4, and Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David and his garments, even to his sword and to his bow and to his girdle. Hey, if there's a soul-to-soul connection that is powered by love, you won't withhold anything. You will not think of just what to get, you are thinking of what to give. Jonathan connected with David with his sword and then loved him. He gave David everything on him. That is, he stripped himself and gave to David, and he was not afraid. And he was able to enter a covenant that even after he died, the covenant was still speaking for him. Friends, relationship is not what you toy with. If you toy with relationship, you toy with your destiny, you toy with your life. Relationship is not a toy, it's a serious business. You see, you don't just enter. Love is not just a feeling, you don't just feel love. Love comes by reason of soul connection. When you hinge your love on soul connection, I can tell you that relationship will be solid, that relationship would work, you will get the best out of it. Friends, I want us to know that relationship is life. Your relationship can either make you or mar you. Your relationship can either build you up or pull you down. Your relationship can set you flying or set you crashing. But you want to make the most of your relationship, then there has to be a soul to soul connection powered by love. Don't limit yourself to what you can get, what is available. Don't limit your relationship to just physical things. Go beyond that. Grow into the depths, to the level of a soul-to-soul connection powered by love. If that's why you are in that relationship, there is no storm that will come that you can't withstand. You won't have problem giving. There will be no fear. There will be no doubt. There will be no reason for you to be testing each other. This test, I want to test, I want to test. The test is going on, and the devil is riding on it because people are not getting the relationship on the right platform. Make it a soul-to-soul connection powered by love, and no devil can harass you. No devil can come between the two of you. Two of you will be able to make the most of your relationships. Friends, it's important to know the why. The why helps you to align to the purpose why God made it. And it helps you to connect in the right dimension that will bring about the best in you and best in the person you're relating with. Having said this, I want us to still go beyond, and honestly, I want to round up this talk by finding out, why are you in a relationship with God? Is it just because of what you can get? Is it because He's God? Are you in a relationship with God because you want to go to heaven? Or you are in a relationship because He is heaven? You know, there's a lot of difference. When you are in a relationship with God because of who He is, you are not hanging around Him for what you can get. You've connected with Him, spirit, soul, and body. So whether He does and He doesn't do, you are not shaken, you are not moved. Whether there's heaven or no heaven, you are still serving Him, you still love Him. Yes, I want us to get into a level, a dimension of relationship that will bring heaven on earth for us, that will make the best happen for us all the time. Let's get into a dimension of relationship where we're connecting with our soul and loving with all of our hearts, with all of our mind, with all that's in us. And how do you know you love God? Say, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. And His commandments are not grievous. That's one way to know you love. Just like you get to know that you are in a love relationship when there's inspiration, when there's improvement, when there's support. So also, if you love God, you will keep His commandments. All I'm saying to us this evening is that relationships bring out the best in us when we know why we are in it. And I don't want this year to end with you continuing a relationship that is causing you pain because you don't know or you're not aligned, or ask yourself, why am I in this relationship? And giving yourself genuine and sincere answers. Please, this is one question you must answer. And thank God I've given us some things you can use as a yardstick to know if you are in the right relationship or not. If you're not in the right relationship, especially for the singles, take a bold step, stand up and walk out. Don't be afraid. If you can just answer questions and you sincerely, all of those questions that you answer and you found that this relationship you are in is not bringing out the best in you, then you need to walk out. Receive the boldness to walk out. And then for the married ones, realign. That person is not a mistake. Probably you've been running into the wrong way. Probably your perspective has been wrong. So realign. You are in there to give inspiration, to give motivation, to give support, to bring improvement. So bring what you have, put it on the table, and let cause his face to shine upon you. The Lord increase you more and more and bless you through your relationships in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.